G-Man, you've been saying a lot recently that you're going to spend 2015 exposing me as a pathological liar. But why wait? Here's my challenge to you. Just do it. Thick Shades has just been his usual idiotic self. Vekel has been pro-slavery, has accidentally, seemingly come out in support of bribing 9-year-olds with PlayStations. Bit of a mistake there. I don't think he actually meant that he would bribe a 9-year-old with a PlayStation. I think it's slightly unfair to accuse Vekel of being interested in children. It was slightly alarming how much detail he'd worked out into his little scenario. But I'm going to put that down to him being a creative type. He's able to think on his feet. He's able to come up with ideas as he's talking, and he'd sketched it out in his mind. That sounds worse.
And this is why you're a liar, Alex Botten. You intentionally make your videos to try to deceive your viewers into believing that Vekel is pro-slavery. My question for you, Alex Botten, is this. What proof and evidence do you have of Vekel being in a normal conversation, talking about normal things with an atheist, without a what-if situation or some type of word manipulation, of him saying that he is pro-slavery? You have none. What you do have on YouTube is people out there saying, well, what if this and what if that and what if this and what if that? All these hypothetical situations where he entertained the idea of what he might do according to the Word of God. What you are doing again, Alex, is you're deceiving the people into believing because he said something with a what if, then that means he would that he is pro-slavery. Secondly, Alex Botten, if that is true, and you're going to say that that's the truth, then I can just turn it back on the atheist community and say, since you guys said that you will rape a baby to stop a city from being bombed, then that means all of you are baby rapists that agree with that theology. Do you see how that works, Alex? You cannot say that Vekel is pro-slavery based on a what if, because if that's true, the atheist community are some sick, sick people. But since I know that that's not true, since I know the probability of that happening is slim to none, I won't hold that against the atheist community. The same way I don't expect you to hold that to Vekel, you lying Chewbacca. But let's continue.
Well.
Botten, the reason why I'm asking you is because I need to know who's dishonest and who's honest that's, in my circle. And then I said, so your answer is? And he's like, I'm not going to be bullied into an answer, so I'll do the job for you. Well, then fuck off then. Don't ever, you're not high and mighty on my channel. You're not shit. You're Alex Botten, some jackass over in the UK. What do you have to contribute really into this community? I bust my ass to try to make sure that my name, my reputation here in this community is good. Make sure that no one ever confuses me to be some dishonest person.
Example.
That's the whole thing. You complain about people not answering your questions, and
Just saying it in a high-pitched voice doesn't answer.
You're on some kind of.
Hold on, both of you. I'm gonna just take a break. Let Ray come in. Let him throw in whatever he wanted to throw in.
Oh, hi.
And also, before he gets going, hey, V2 Sig. She loves it. You should try it out.
That's your dildo?
No. Anyway, go ahead.
I feel bad, like I'm interrupting people's thoughts, but yes, Alex Botten had opened the room, or to the floor, I suppose, to accusations of being a jerk to other people. And so I had brainstormed a little bit, and I came up with a good example. Long after the problems with accusations of accusations of doc dropping involving Richard Raspberry and what's his name, Burger King or something.
Anyway,
yeah. So after all that had happened, and months after the fact, Alex, you uploaded a video on YouTube, which didn't actually have anything in it other than like the Skype symbol and the someone is calling sound. And you actually linked off
the conversation.
Yeah, if I could just finish my thought. Yeah,
That
you,
was
an,
all I
off,
can
an
tell you.
off-site recording of the conversation. I think it was on SoundCloud. Maybe not on your main Alex Botten
It was on
SoundCloud
Mediafire.
account. But yeah, it was you had linked to an off-site recording where
Yeah.
inside that recording, pretty much all the address information you'd need, not just to find whereabouts to Richard Raspberry was, but also where his mom was. And I called you on that. And I recall that you were a little upset by that.
Great.
And you
Great.
blocked me. And
Great.
you...
Great.
Excuse me.
Great. Would that be the same recording that Brett Keane was passing around to loads and loads of people for weeks before? It would, wouldn't it?
If you're going to talk over me, Alex, it's going to just make you look more guilty. I mean, like, I don't know why you
What way
uploaded
do
the
I look
video on
guilty?
SoundCloud rather than here. I mean, well, I have an idea. I don't know why. I suspect it's because you realize there's more oversight on YouTube and that you can more likely get away with that if you put it on SoundCloud.
Well, it wasn't on SoundCloud, as I've actually said.
Well, where was it?
As I said, it was on Mediafire, which you'd have known if you were listening.
Okay. Well, no, I was listening, but I just hadn't heard you.
Mediafire's still around? How
It
far
is
back
around.
are we going here to find something that you've said?
Earlier this year.
But the point I'm making...
I mean, can we just call in the last hangout you did where
I
everyone
think
was
like
pissed?
January, February this year, maybe.
So let me point this out, though, Gray. This was the recording you're talking about. It's the one that was a private Skype conversation where Richard Raspberry and Brett Keane tried to... what's the fucking word? When people try to jump you in a dark alley or something.
Rape.
Gang rape?
No, not
Double
that.
rape.
They tried to kind of, they tried to gang up and kind of get me to say
Canonize.
things.
Ambush.
And tried to ambush me, that was it.
Tickle.
They tried to ambush me. And
Please.
in that recording, they recorded that conversation and started spreading it round almost straight away. It was long after they'd done that that the conversation that I'd recorded was made available. So, if anybody's
I don't recall
guilty of having,
that conversation
if anybody's
going around.
shut up and listen.
I don't recall that conversation going around.
Shut up and listen, Craig.
I don't recall
If you're going to accuse me of things, shut up and actually get an education about what happened.
I was there
Yes.
for what happened, Alex.
Well, that's
My.
amazing because you got it wrong, haven't you?
Oh, do I?
Yes.
Okay. Well, tell me your
King
spin.
was passing that recording around to lots
Oh,
of people beforehand.
Everything that Biden says has to be true. You're just
Yeah,
not-
I don't recall having access to that file before you linked to it from YouTube.
Well, so what?
Okay, so you weren't doc dropping him.
And how is Doc dropping an address that he was saying that wasn't anything to do with him?
Are you?
He said it. Now, in that recording, though, one thing I do want to know, though, in that recording, did
How
he
are you
say
saying that he had nothing to do with him? Like you
No, shut
basically
up,
read
Tyson.
off. Don't
Answer
fucking
my
tell me to
question.
shut up, you buffoon.
Answer my question. Answer my question, Gray. Did he say that was his address in the recording?
You know
That
that's
was his recording?
I want to say this real quick.
No, let me finish talking to Grey Knight here.
No,
Gray,
you don't get to mute people and then try to act like that. I do that right back
did
to
he say that was recording?
Yeah, thank you, sir.
that feels.
Did he say that was his address, or did he actually say, no, that's not my address?
I believe he said that was his former address and that it's more proximate to
He
where his
said-
mom lives.
He said, no.
So you
that's
basically
not
doc dropped his mom.
No, that's rubbish.
Well done,
That's
sir.
absolute garbage.
Well
You can
done.
slow
sir.
clap all you like, but the person you're slow clapping is your own retardation.
Yes, clearly my retardation for you uploading a file to
Didn't
Mediafire.
doc drop anybody.
Because you know it because it's Mediafire and not like SoundCloud or whatever the
Didn't
fuck.
doc drop anybody. It doesn't matter
was
where I uploaded it.
Are you really going to go with the because it's public information like
Are you
somewhere
really
else like
going
on
to
a
cry
phone
about
book?
something that
I'm
he
not
said wasn't
crying,
his address?
Alex. I'm not
No.
crying.
He
Do I
does.
sound like I'm even?
You've clearly
Slightly
carried
weak.
this. You've
He
clearly
does that.
carried this
He really does.
grumpiness around for quite some time.
The thing is, Biden, you don't seem to like to be challenged, and you have an issue with that. You put yourself on this pedestal where you feel like you're untouchable, but when you fuck up, and someone points it out, someone that perhaps maybe you
someone
deem
like you who couldn't actually do it,
someone who you might deem actually
Someone like me who actually did.
who also wasn't actually did it. And Mark will confirm that you.
when someone
I'm sure Mark will agree with anything you ask him to, Alex.
Why?
No, not at
I'm
all.
barely
It's
on
not.
speaking terms with Mark.
Wayne will though for sure.
Why?
No.
Why would Wayne?
Yeah, because Wayne's a fucking. He's one
Gray,
of you. His tag team buddy. That's what happens.
Grey Knight, you must. I think you just must have been holding a lot of butthurt for a long time to bring up something that's what, a year old. Come in here and bring up something that's at least.
I don't see how something being
I'm gonna
didn't
go
happen.
catch a light, actually. But Mark, no, it's not butthurt. It's because Alex actually was challenging anyone to come up with anything that he's done in the past that demonstrates.
That was in his hangout. What?
That was like.
That was today.
Welcome to like now.
Yeah.
Try to catch up, sir. I'm just gonna grab a light. I'll be right back.
I'm just curious, like.
Alex Botten is a very special kind of troll here on YouTube. He doesn't just troll the theist community. I mean, let's be honest, he trolls the atheist community as well. And I would like to show you guys something where Alex Botten exposes himself, and I think this is kind of low even for him. Granted, I'm not making no excuses for the person that he does this to, but at the same time, come on, man, you can't sit there and say that you're more moral than everyone and doing stupid stuff like this.
Back in April, when I made the picture of Ran as a testicle, so